Well, good evening, truck and tractor pool fans. Two of us are here right now, but I am more than sure. Adam Drought, we had him scheduled, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks ago. And unfortunately, we had some snow and ice here at my particular location, so we canceled that night. Even though he was on the following week as a collective come have fun Christmas show, I still wanted to give him his opportunity to talk about mad pulling picks, mad pulling tanks, whatever the madness is up there in New York. He's not here yet, so I did talk to him this morning. I know he's super swamped in the shop, both with his work and the company he works for, doing a bunch of welding. So if he makes it, he makes it. If not, we totally understand and we'll try it again. So just bear with us. We're going to try to have a little fun tonight here. And of course, everybody. Oh, hi, Kendra, by the way. How are you?
Hi. Over here. Be
Over there? But we just checking some things here. Okay. There he is. He's backstage. He's shaking his head. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I'm going to make him sit there a minute. It's okay, buddy. Just hang on a minute. We'll bring you on here in just a minute. But anyway, I just want to go over the Shipshawana deal. Was actually postponed until February 4th through the 6th due to COVID. We got you, Adam. You're coming on here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on because he's got a concerned look. Oh, it ain't working. I think he can hear us. He's probably watching. He's probably watching us. So, but I'm going to go ahead and bring him on.
Okay.
Okay, now you got to behave, Adam. You're live. Welcome aboard.
You're live and you're late.
I know I'm very well. No, I'm late.
Turn your phone sideways, buddy.
Like I said, I'm trying to log in on my
That's okay.
On my laptop here.
That's no problem.
Just not
I'd already had you covered. I said, you've been busy with your company's work and your work personally and stuff in the shop. So,
and it had nothing to do with that. I wish I had a good excuse.
That's okay.
You're not in Paris even today. You don't have the whole city there behind you.
No, I actually. I got to turn all this other crap off. I got sidetracked here.
Just a friendly reminder: this is a family-friendly channel.
Until that guy from New York comes on.
Until that New York guy comes
on. I'll tell
you. But anyway, at this point, like we said, Shipshawana or Michiana Event Center did move the dates to February 4th through the 6th for the Wet Smoking Promotions Midwest Winter Nationals, Gordywana, whatever you want to call it. But let's see. I hear some feedback. But anyway.
That was just me. I got it back.
It's you. I should have known. Always. How about anything on the Florida event there?
I have not heard anything new. And I was looking for a class list the other day, like to get a full-fledged, and I haven't been able to find anything. So that's going to be my top priority now that I'm not going to Indiana this weekend. So I have all this time now.
Up in a couple of weeks. So.
Yep.
Actually, I think there's 2 one weeks. Right before it, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's actually 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
It's like Zellwood, then Ocala, and then I forget what the third one's called or where it's going to be at. So
okay.
I'll do some more research before next week.
Better you than me. But anyway, outside of that, it's kind of, we're getting up towards the 50s here a couple of days, and I'm ready to go pulling right here at home. So warm enough for me. But
yep.
But we do have Adam Drought on here. Like I said, we had him on a few weeks back, but we're going to have him on, but we had to cancel because I thought for sure. I mean, we got a lot of ice on top of snow. I thought for sure we'd lose electric. I didn't want to be in the middle of a show and lose it. We didn't lose electric. But if we were on here live, we'd have lost it.
Yeah.
in the wonderful state of Maryland.
We can't handle it like those New Yorkers.
I guess. At least we're good for something. Not much else, I don't think.
But anyway, Adam, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you guys doing down there?
Okay.
Or should I say, how are y'all doing down there?
Well, that's a little further south yet, but that's okay. How y'all doing down yonder?
It just proves who I hang out with a lot of the summers. You know?
See, if you go just a little bit, if you go in the southern part of the state, well, actually here too, but southern part of the state, it's y'all. Or if you go just a little north, not even an hour, it's Hughes. How are Hughes doing? Uses or something.
It's amazing how much it changes just, 10 miles north of me across the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
it's
right.
just not even 10 miles. It's literally crow flies, probably 2 miles, you know?
So here we go. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about Adam Drought? Just give us a little bit of a background and
a little bit about me.
I got a slew of questions here for you. We'll get started on that after. Yeah.
Oh, you came prepared?
Always.
Wow.
See,
I'm not used to that.
What's that?
Usually I was the prepared one. I didn't know I was
I have
going
a slew
into
of
20
questions. See, look, see all my questions?
So now I got to try and answer every one of your questions in my bio.
You're not paying attention, are you? You see all my questions?
No, I can't see them. Dude, I'm on like
It's
this
a blank
little
sheet of paper.
yeah.
It's up here, man.
You're like like me. Like I said, I was trying to load this on. I got a laptop, and I was trying to get everything on the laptop so I could actually look a little bit more professional instead of having a cracked glare go through my screen. Since somebody dropped my phone, me.
I was going to say somebody or you.
No.
Hey, Tanner Snowbaker's in the chat.
I'll say, yeah.
See, he got his sweetheart in life, and he kind of disappeared there for a while. How you doing, buddy? Ain't seen you in a while, Tanner. But
them women, nothing but trouble.
In Selinsgrove.
What's that now?
Last time I seen he was in Selinsgrove.
Yes.
Filming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or as we say it down here, Selinsgrove.
That one.
So tell us a little bit about Adam.
I'll tell you what, nobody gets wound up like he does at a tractor pull. He's very exciting to watch. And I was like, dude, I almost gave him a chill pill. You know? But he's exciting to watch.
I went through bottles of them all summer long, and it didn't help. So.
Nice. Yeah, this thing. Oh man, I wish it did not have that. Anyway, so me. I didn't really know where to start on this.
Well, how about where you? I don't know who Adam Drought is, what you do, and your age, and maybe are you married, single, don't care?
Married, married there, because I'll get yelled at if I say otherwise.
Which proves you're married.
Yeah. Yeah, just in a nutshell, huge, fan of, the sport of truck and tractor pulling. Kind of just grew up, being around it, just going to events. And then it just kind of, mutated from there. So, from the first date, going on our first date to a tractor pull, and now being, more involved in the sport, as far as the photography side of things, to the managing side of it, as far as helping out with Empire State Pullers, actually running the club for close to 2 years.
So much for that question. I can take it off real quick.
What's that?
We actually have something in common. It's about the first date thing.
Yeah.
I've known the one I'm with now since 72. I'm going to tell my age here again. Since kindergarten, 1972. And then, of course, we graduated in 85. And that's the last time we saw one another, so to speak, and we just started talking on the internet. This isn't about me; it's about Adam. It was ironic that you say first dates, and the first time we seen one another in like 30 some years. I said, "Hey, I'm going to be at Mason Dixon Truck Pools, if you want to come up." And she did end up sending me a message, and I told her where to go to come up there, and she drove right by me, running after and getting the car back over. But yeah, I was there filming a truck pool, and she came over to see me. So that was kind of like a first date deal. Anyway, go ahead.
So, there, we'll try and just mount that up there like that a little bit, just so it's a little bit more easier. More gooder, as I say.
Still ugly. You're still ugly.
Nothing is going to help this.
We need a filter there a little bit.
I tried with a crack in the screen, dude. Can't you see it? So yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, the whole, the mutation of things, just meeting and networking along the way. Just meeting tons and tons of awesome people throughout. And that's really the foundation of the sport is the people. The truck and tractor pulling, the events are, for us, it's, what we do for the fans, but there's a whole secondary networking back behind the scenes that just kind of make stuff happen. You're in constant contact with people throughout, and you just build bonds with people that just make it happen, and and lifelong friends. And
to me, that's the side that needs the most recognition, because it's literally the motor behind the motorsports is all of the web of connections you gain through this.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's like that throughout every motorsport. And it's just like kind of like in normal sports, you have your general managers and your coaches, and they work all summer long. We work all winter long to put on these shows, and some people work all summer long to put on the winter shows, and vice versa. And it just takes, there's so many different spokes involved in that just to make the wheel turn and stuff like that. And I mean, it was kind of like in a couple years ago when I came down to Keystone, and me and JR were talking, and a tractor comes down the track, and I'm like, that's not very safe. And he's like, yep, you're definitely in it. You're on the other side of things now. Because before I've been like, that's freaking awesome, and so being on the other side of things, being the in the safety side of things, and I mean, it's just, there's so much that happens back behind the scenes that you try and prepare to make the seasons go as smooth as possible. And I mean, there's always hiccups, and you're scrambling trying to find guys, and you know how it is. It's just I mean, it's weather. I mean, you never know. So I mean, you just learn so much in such a short time, and it's crazy. I mean, we got just a great group of people that we work with up here throughout the state. I mean, because even there's a bunch of different organizations, but you don't look at them as you're not like enemies. You're all working together, and that's that's one of the reasons I kind of like a lot of the indoor events, because you get to see so many different people from all over the country. And that's one of the very, very unique things about the indoor pulling, is because everybody's not going, on their own circuits. So the indoor pulling, to me, it's really cool, because it gets you by, but it does more than serve a purpose, because it helps you network even more, and it helps you build more friendships throughout the throughout the country that you would normally never do. And Gordyville is a perfect example of that. I mean, I've met so many people through that Gordyville, and I've never been to a pole west of the Mississippi ever. And that's one of the things that I really want to do. I want to go to some outlaw poles. I've actually going to be working on a tank here from an outlaw puller, and we've been chatting back and forth, and he's been kind of giving me a little tips and points and hooks to go to out there. And so it's that networking thing that it's a constant thing. So
yeah, I've always wanted to go west of the Mississippi too, but haven't yet, but one day I will.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just we get so wrapped up in around here with what you're doing, and then this year or last year, it really kind of puts things into perspective. And God love tractor pulling, truck and tractor pulling, die hard, but this year really kind of changed some things. And it even though you couldn't spend a lot of time with friends and family, the time that you did spend, it made it worth it. You know what I mean? Because you kind of recognize, and it makes you realize
the next weekend wasn't guaranteed, that's for sure.
No, and it wasn't. I mean, it came through here. I mean, I work customer service, for a welding store, and somebody must have came into my store sick, and I got sick. You know what I mean? And it just the way it is. I mean, it stunk. I mean, it wasn't fun by any means.
No, it's not fun.
And everybody seems to kind of get a different grade of it as well. So, I mean, mine was pretty medium, but it is what it is. We're still here.
Some are. That's unfortunately some are.
Some are and some aren't. I mean,
Mark Friedline, who was a great friend, promoter, used to pull a modified semi called Going Big Time. It was a Marmon. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Adam. He was kind of really heavy into pulling, probably really before I really knew you coming around or anything, but he passed from COVID. And,
really?
Yeah, and I apologize to the family. I hate to talk about COVID, but we did lose him, and I know there's some others. I can't think of names off the top of my head right now, but we just lost a friend, a couple of them actually, to COVID. So, but it's real. But anyway, I wanted to say that, and I apologize to the Friedline family about that, not making any mention to that. But we definitely will miss Mark. He was always a lot of fun to talk to. The Listy pool, Listy, Pennsylvania, is where he was heavily involved with.
Okay.
Help promote that, help get that started. Yeah, and unfortunately, we lost Mark.
So. It's not easy, you know what I mean, and it is real, like you said, and you got to treat it as that. The precautions. I mean, that's the biggest thing you can do, because so we do get to keep doing this and talking to everybody and stuff like that. So,
because last thing we want is another 2020.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
you got it. I mean,
our Keystone. We just had a Keystone meeting last Monday, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And I found out that let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, 3 of them members of the committee and their family went through it as well. It's like, wow, you didn't. It's amazing, but everybody come through it okay, and if you can keep it out of your chest and lungs,
exactly,
it's much better.
Yep.
So
that was mine. Mine never got into my chest.
Right.
That bad. I mean, it was starting to, and then I think I, tons of Dayquil, NyQuil, just OD'd on that, and
that's always the solution.
It is.
Hypermedicate.
I wish I'd have went to the doctor. I never go to the doctors, by the way. I mean, I haven't been to a doctor, and I can't even remember how long. But in January this time last year, New Year's, I was really bad cough, really bad in my chest, and coughing really bad. Felt like your head was going to split open. And I just took over the counter, like whatever, Mucinex and cough syrups, and I beat it. And I'm gonna tell you what, it was a 2-week battle, and then I was good for about 7-10 days and got sick again with a cold or something. But I really believe, and I tell you, even today, I got to stop and catch my breath at times.
Yeah.
If I'm carrying, heavy loads or something, tromping along or something, I got to stop.
Huh.
I mean, it's yeah, but hopefully I can get that better too. I hope so.
Yeah.
But anyway, the photography thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I should ask you what you said. You start. How did you start as a young fella going to pools, or?
Yeah, I mean the one that I can remember, and it for some reason it sticks out, was a Niagara Falls Convention Center. My mom took me, and it was like I don't remember because I was probably like 5. But I remember tractor pulls, monster trucks.
Yeah.
We were all the way up on top. I don't know what series it would have been. I have no idea.
USHRA, United States Highway.
But I mean, yeah, I was like probably 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we got our family has a farm, which I live across the street from, pretty close to the Erie County Fair. Hamburg, New York. So my cousin and me, and when we were younger, used to take one of the tractors over there, do tow back, so you can get in just to watch, I mean,
you were one of those people.
Yeah, I mean, that was just kind of one of them things where you did it every year. You just couldn't wait.
Screaming for a pullback tractor, and you look around, and they're all sitting there.
Yeah, they're watching, they're taking pictures.
Just every year, that's what you did. I mean, it just, or if he was busy, I would just go over, get a ticket and watch. I mean, because you can walk there, from here. So yeah, I mean, back when, I was probably 10, 11, 12 years old, I just walked to the fair by myself, you know what I mean? And go to the poll, because pretty much, over the summer, just working, probably not helping on the farm, more or less getting in the way, but I was there. So that's kind of how all that kind of came about. And then once you got older and you got a vehicle and stuff like that, you just started going to more and more. And then as you get married and stuff like that, then you're planning trips to go here and here and here. And then it just, like I said, it just kind of mutated into, more and more. So that's probably my earliest childhood memory of a tractor pull would have to be probably 1980, 85, 86, in there somewhere.
Sounds familiar, but I was 10 years ahead of you.
Yeah. That's about what I can remember. I mean, I remember it was a Niagara Falls Convention Center. I mean, I remember, and why that sticks out in my head, I have no idea, but it did. So we'll blame that.
How about favorite pullers? Do you have any really, really favorite pullers back then, or?
Back then, I mean, I don't really remember. I loved when the pro stocks came into town. Back as I got older, I remember that. I mean, I remember sitting in the bleachers with, Karen Boyd, and they were all the family was sitting up at 300, just hanging out, and I was probably bugging them too, Loved the pro stocks, loved the diesel supers. Pretty much anything was smoke. I mean, just semis were huge, back because that was the only time they came to around here were, with the ATPA days, Copenhagen Skull, I think it was even back then. We had the semis and stuff, so it was, yeah, the semis were, Buckeye Bulldog, Tom Lindsay, and there was
Lady Butterfly.
Yeah, I mean, and now you get to see them things, still running.
Yeah.
Which is, 20, 25, 30 years ago, if you'd asked me if I would be, even down on the track for a pole, I'd tell you were lying, but much less to be as involved as I've been over the past 10 years, because photo wise, I think we started in 2008 or 2009. I can't remember offhand, but I just went to Best Buy and bought a digital SLR camera, and Michael Page, Stark County.
So what made you want to get into photography? Like, what made you think that's what I want to do?
Weather.
Really?
Big weather person. Yeah. Thunder and lightning, huge weather person. Always been just huge into that. My uncle, he come up here. He lives in California, and he had, I don't know if it was a digital camera or it was probably the best of the best at the time, and we were up in the hills up here, and set on a tripod, did some long exposures, got some really cool lightning photos. And yeah, that's sweet. That's what I wanted. So that, a couple years down the road, that's what I did. I bought, bought a camera, more or less for that. And
now that you say that, I remember, like, don't you have a picture? It's like over the lake, I think, and there's like all kinds of lightning bolts going across. Yeah.
Yep. So not only has that been fulfilled, the whole truck and tractor pulling thing, and now you go into the wildlife stuff that, we get to do as well. That was a killer run, by the way. That was awesome. That was an awesome run.
For Adam?
Adam made a heck of a run that day.
Yeah. He owes me lots of beer in Gordyville. I can't wait to cash in on it.
I'll tell you what, Adam put on like that run. Adam did like 2 or 3:15, and then Jeff Michelacci came out and did like a 3:30 5-foot run. And Jeff put like 30 feet on everybody. I was like, how? And it was perfect. Hey, there's 2 of my tanks. Anyway.
Squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it just always evolved into more. Like, I bought it for one thing, and then it just kept evolving. And when somebody asked me, I said, well, I didn't really buy it to sit in the cabinet. You just, you do what you just, I don't know, go out and take photos, because to this day, I've just, some of the photos that people like and just, really appreciate are ones that I'm like, all right, whatever, that's cool. But you just never know, because a photo's, it's interpreted so many different ways by so many different people. Which is kind of cool. If you think about it, and then, from what I've learned from, different photographers, just talking to them, and I've had so much help along the way, and then I, in return, have been able to help so many people, as well. So, it's just, it's kind of cool to, to be able to be a part of that. And, the photographers network is a lot like the tractor pullers network. We all talk and share stories and, help each other out along the way, and rip each other apart and tell each other their photos stink, and
all in good fun.
It's competitive.
And you wonder why I smacked you in the eye that night.
Yeah. It's a competitive thing. It's no different than the guys out on the track.
Well, I'll admit, you've been a huge help to me, by all means. The only time we really had a fickle was down at Murfreesboro. We tried, but I guess it was just that particular. I was shooting with a pretty good camera. And definitely not the right lens for that camera. So, but today I would definitely go in there and conquer it. Believe me.
Yeah.
And I owe that to you. You've if I had a question, you usually answered it.
We darn well tried.
Work.
I mean,
yeah, man, absolutely.
I mean, and it's kind of cool being able to work with you. You know, you like yourself and Harold, Jeff. Them are the three main guys, you know, around here that
Harold.
Harold.
Harold?
I
Who's Harold?
Card. I just you know, as that fan, you know, you guys always had websites, you know, to go on and look at photos and stuff like that. So I mean, that was it was always there and easily accessible. So, you know, at the time of the whole photo, you know, website deal, you know, I mean, thousands and thousands of your hits on your website are probably from me. So, you know,
I was forced into the position to have to do it. Thank God I had video help.
Yeah.
My hands got tied real quick, and I had a cameraman. And like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just so yeah. I mean, it's a constant learning curve. You know what I mean? With the whole camera thing. And I mean, you're upgrading cameras and lenses, and you know the whole digital SLR thing now is almost a thing of the past. The whole mirrorless thing now is really starting to come up, and it won't be long now. Hopefully, if we get going this year again.
And it ain't getting any cheaper either.
No, it's not by any means, and that's nothing is, unfortunately, and you're seeing that, you know, really throughout. I mean, even with what I do is on the building side of things and the fab side, it just the pricing it's outrageous on some of the stuff. But you know, why would you show that photo, JR? Why? It's horrible.
What's that? What?
The Miller time photo.
I went to the
overexposed. You're in Canton.
I went and just did a photo gallery, so it's
it's just looping. Okay.
Yeah. I actually wanted to get into your. I know you've been shooting as photography style, not a gun, owls. And I was actually I was I said, man, you really got some beautiful nature shots of owls and stuff. And I said, well, this is tractor pulling, so I went on ahead and did the tractor pulling gallery.
It's all good
versus the owls, but
no,
go to his madpullingpics.com will take you to his to the Zenfolio site that he hosts his photos on, and check out any of it is awesome. But his wildlife stuff is really, really good.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We actually got a resident screech owl living right in my front yard, so it's kind of neat. Get to wake up every morning and kind of peek out the window, and still there, you know. So it's kind of cool. And then we got some owls across the street hooting back and forth every other night, and it's kind of neat, you know. So it's 334 Domenez, man. He blew.
You owe me, McLatchy.
Jeez, holy cow, that was a heck of a run. But that's actually, I mean, if you're in Central Ohio or something like that, Stark County, that's Danny Schmucker's pole. They always do a heck of a job. Usually it's Labor Day weekend. It's a Friday and Saturday of Labor Day weekend, I believe, and they always do a heck of a job.
These trucks you see now are the super stock 4x4 trucks.
Yeah,
small cube, and let me tell you what, they turn some RPMs.
Yes, they do.
They are a lot of fun to watch.
They do scream, that's for sure.
They do. They're awesome.
So yeah, I mean, we got, you know, what else you got for me, JR?
Well, you mentioned you got into building tanks, and I believe intercoolers too, maybe, or something, or
done some intercooler work, mostly tanks, some oil pans. Turbo plumbing. I hooked up with a really good machine shop about 40 or 25 minutes east of here. During my move, he actually took me in and was able to, you know, keep going in that. So I actually started doing a lot of welding work for, you know, for Eric Smith. He does a lot with a lot of the light limiteds, the newer class that, that's starting to really get pretty big here. Light limited super stock classes, does a lot of gearing work, stuff like that. So if anybody needs any gearing or anything like that, Smith's Machine in Holland, New York, he's a really, really good, talented guy out there. So, yeah, it kind of took me in, so I could keep doing my thing. And then, as that kind of, matured, and then, we moved, into the house that I'm at now, built a brand new shop here now. So, just kind of doing the truck and tractor pulling thing was, I made those lanes through the photography, just the networking part of it, and just kept making, good connections and stuff like that. And so you had a name for yourself, as far as the photography side. And then, well, people found out that I could weld and halfway decently fabricate some stuff. So, that the rest just kind of fell into place, and, so I've had, a bunch of help, as far as that stuff goes. So, it started with, I just want to do truck and tractor pulling stuff. And then it kind of evolved into a little bit more. And now I'm just doing a lot of subcontract welding, and it's mostly just welding. There's not even a lot of fab, in it anymore, for companies. So it's just, they just drop off parts, need them welded, and send them back, pretty easy,
Yeah.
So kind of mindless. I mean, it just kind of like you work all day and you just go to the shop and weld for a few hours, and it just, it's kind of like my calm, because it's, I don't know, you just need that release just to calm down every once in a while. So it's kind of cool, just chill in there turn on the tunes and just go,
Right.
So
yeah,
that looks like an expensive picture right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Esden Lemke. I don't know what in the world happened on that one. It probably wasn't good, though. Them boys usually are on 120%.
Yeah. Set on kill.
Yeah. Yep. So
what's your average turnaround on a tank or a set of tanks, Adam? I mean, I know you got a pretty good backlog, you were telling me right now.
Yeah, I'm a few months out right now. Definitely a few months.
And that's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's more or less, I do some repair work for some facilities around here. So I got to keep that kind of backlog just in case they drop something off and need it like right away. You know what I mean? And I explain that to people. It's like, it's, you're scheduled to be around here, but it's all, who knows? You know what I mean? And for the most part, they're awesome. I mean, as long as you get stuff to them the day before the tractor pull, usually they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most, on some stuff, you know what I mean? But,
unless you're Clayton Swinney.
No, I mean, how I've been to some polls, the poll's halfway over with, and Nathan Graham comes rolling in, rolls down the door, pulls on the track, pulls him back in, and leaves.
Yep.
And 5 hours before that, the tractor was a bare rear end. You know what I mean? It's just,
that sounds familiar.
The blue tractor thing.
The blue tractor thing. I didn't want to say that.
I will.
How in the world can you guys do this? It's like, man, they're just running. But I mean, that's the thing. Most of these guys have, full-time farms and full-time jobs, and just, I mean, they're all, they're all working all the time. I mean, I would say most of the tractor pullers I know are some of the hardest working guys that you'll ever meet.
Have to be,
because they're going.
Expensive hobby.
Yeah, they're just going nonstop. I mean, it's, especially a lot, like the Grand National guys and stuff. I mean, they're just, I mean, it's
Never ending quest to go an extra foot.
Yeah, it's just a relentless, summer, and as much as the whole stuff that happened this year, it was actually kind of a breath of fresh air just to kind of take that step back and, relax a little bit, because there was a time that we were doing 50, 60 hooks a year, me personally.
Yep.
I mean, and that's working a full-time job. So, I mean, doing that and return, like I said, it was nice just to have that breath,
Me, I didn't stop. I went wherever.
I know you didn't. I mean, like I said, I have that luxury where I work full time. There's other people, you, Rodney, and Jesse are the three that I can think of right off the bat that they rely on truck and tractor pulling to survive, as far as this stuff goes. And that's, you don't think of it that way, but, there are people that do make a living doing this stuff. So it's, you can do it. It ain't easy all the time.
Oh, there's other things I do too. Believe me. Oh yeah.
No, I know that, but I mean, for the most part,
I enjoy it. Like I said, it's been my uncles took me in 1975 and my parents to the buck, and 1975 I have been hooked and bit. I mean, hard. Oh man, it just can't stop. You know what I mean? It's in your blood.
Yeah. And, I mean, some of the stuff I like, that you're actually getting a chance to do now is posting all the nostalgia stuff, all stuff from the, 80s and, all back then, because those were probably a lot of the guys that I saw at that first hook in 1985 or 1986, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, could be.
So a lot of that stuff, I mean, that's the cool part about, that this whole avenue as far as the YouTube stuff and being able to bank all that stuff. And now it's archived now. It's there for the world to see now.
Oh yeah.
Which is awesome. Because before it was just sitting on a shelf collecting dust. Well, now it's out there. So, and that's, a lot like what Dan Mayer does with the Pulling Reference website. Yes. I mean, there's just so much cool stuff on there. Yep. Another one, just Mr. Pulling himself, just amazing. The guy, and he's not much older than I am, but he's just a wealth of knowledge. It just, it's another one that he just grew up into the motorsports, and he just got into it, super huge, and it's just awesome. There's people out there that are, just wealths of knowledge. Yeah,
the sport needs the good ones, that's for sure.
Yeah, so kind of neat. What else you got for me, JR?
We just started you're talking about YouTube and stuff. I did a couple of days ago a Rumble account, which is a platform like YouTube. So we've got a couple of videos on there, patreon.com. I think that's actually a paid service. So I'm probably going to put whole event videos on that. So we'll see how that goes. That's just something, because people will ask me about that stuff. I don't want I'll put whole videos on there and see how it does. If it works, it's fine. If it don't, then we'll concentrate on the other two and just keep plugging along. So
that's the thing. You don't know what the next big thing is going to be. You got to be in. You just got to be on top of it. I mean, who would have thought that all the pullers, and I mean, Facebook's a great networking for truck and tractor pulling. I mean, it's just huge. I mean, you just I mean, as far as the photos wise go, I mean, you post a photo and tons of people like it, and the tanks wise, I mean, all the welding and stuff like that, there's no way I would be, selling stuff the way I was, without that. I mean, it's just a huge avenue. I mean, you just post one photo and dude, if the right person sees it,
Yep.
you're good. You know what I mean?
right.
And you can. It's an easy avenue. Oh, we got a flame show coming up. Hold on. All right. No, next one.
The anticipation.
Yeah. Oh,
Where'd it
it
go?
was the next day. Darn it.
Ah.
It was the next day.
Okay. Wow, there's the 2 day. Yeah, a lot of that, or it was the pull off. I don't remember. A lot of them guys, when they're trying to dig out of the hole and it fuels up the motor,
Mhm.
and then they get out of it, it just throws that flame.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually like what I think of when I think of mad pulling pics, is like the flame shots at the end, especially with the alcohol tractors.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
tried to, just do something a little different, and just, kind of showcase, some of the paint jobs, and just some of the cool stuff about, the vehicles, because I mean, not everybody does get a chance to go out into the pits and see, everything all the time. So you try and, do stuff like that. And then a lot of the shots like that, Kendra, are just pure luck.
Yeah.
It's
skill. Come on, tell them it's skill.
No, it's luck. Because there's, and JR will tell you, I mean, we're working with older equipment. It's not like our cameras are taking 20 frames.
You ain't working with equipment as old as I got, other than the lens.
No, my 6D's like 6 or 7 years old now. So, I mean, it's
Newer than what I'm using.
It's getting, your 60D is, I think we got them at the same time.
Really?
Anyway.
Yeah, but mine was used when I got it.
No, okay. Well, I'll give you that much. So, but yeah, I mean, we're not shooting at huge frames a second like, a lot of these newer cameras are, so it's, and it's not like a video camera where it's going to pick it up all the time. I mean, you got to hit the trigger in order to get the photo. You know what I mean? So it's, it's luck. A lot of it, it's luck, and it's
for me. I know.
And it's anticipation.
That one shot, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, you learn what anticipation is. If you're, because a lot of times even no matter what, I'm wearing earplugs, so you just listen for that like snap or like a little pop or something like that. And I always hit the trigger. You can always delete a photo. You can never get it if you miss it. You can never get it back if you miss it. So
I listen to the time that tractor starts building boost or whatever it is at the line, that camera is on them.
Yeah.
The whole way.
Yep. And that's, you just got to anticipate it. I mean, it's incredible, seeing, a lot of the polls that, because we're kind of on the eastern side of the states. I mean, you see some of the guys out in the western or mid United States, and just, man, I wish I could have went to that one, Just, I mean, some of the photos and just the vehicles are just incredible, and they just keep getting cooler and cooler. And, like I said, I really, really want to go out to the Outlaw, series sometime and just shoot a few events out there, because they just got some really cool stuff, and getting to know a couple of the guys out there kind of neat. So it's Are
you able to read the messages when I put them up on the screen? If you're on a cell phone, it might be a little too small.
Me?
Yeah.
So how does the tractor how does he get the tractor to stay up on the wheels like that?
So I guess he's asking like camera settings and stuff.
So camera settings, I mean, it's just kind of a higher shutter speed. A lot of that. And some of these photos have a flash on them too, which makes stuff stand still. And stuff like that. I mean, a lot of the times, the tractors are just, they're coming down the track, and I mean, if they got, good weight settings, good tire settings, right hitch height, and everything else, a lot of the times they're coming down the track and they're not wavering,
Right. I wish it was that easy, huh?
I like Logger John's response better.
Yeah.
Tell them to stop.
Or that.
Hold that
we can try that next time, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of the tech officials might not like it.
I don't think
They probably don't already, but that's fine. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's a lot of fun. If any of you guys in the chat, yeah, we got about 10 more minutes. If you have a question for Adam, go ahead and type them in here. Kendra and I will keep an eye on them and send them over to him. But
yeah, because mine are like font size -2.
He's on a cell phone. It's gonna be hard for him to read.
I tried, man.
I
tried to, like I said, I tried to load it on my laptop, and it wouldn't support Safari because it's an iMac, so it wouldn't support it. So I tried to download Google Chrome, and then it was asking me for all my passwords, and by then it was 7.0 or 8.02. So I was like, I'll just log on my cell phone, and we'll try and make it happen for next time.
No biggie. Okay, we're looking at stuff again.
If JR ever has me on again.
Sure.
We'll have to be really desperate.
Yeah.
That's Clayton Sweeney, remember?
Oh yeah, Sweeney's going to be the desperate one. That's right.
Don't take that privilege away from Clayton. So.
Yeah.
When we were scrolling through there, you had a bunch of like in the pits pictures. Those are always my favorite to go back and look at.
Yeah, those are always kind of fun to take.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You try and be kind of discreet, because a lot of people, I don't know if it's just me or what, but a lot of the tractor pullers are kind of they're just shy. A lot of the time. So
no, they are.
They won't look, or they'll look away, or they'll hide. Oh, he's out taking photos. We're just gonna go sit in the lawn chair until he's gone, or you know what I mean. It's like
I get stuff thrown at me, so
yeah,
not all the time.
Jesse is one of them that just gets some just killer, pit shots, and Anna's the same way. They just, they kill it as far as that stuff goes.
You have to concentrate and be focused on, constantly looking around, whatever. And I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I'm not. I used to do a thing on years ago. What the heck? Haulers. I had a page of haulers. That goes back pretty far. But, I might start doing that again, maybe. We'll
like I got the side shields one. I got all the side shields, or a ton of them. Like Louisville is a good one to just walk around and get all the side shields. Stuff like that. It just, the artwork on some of these vehicles, most of the vehicles now, are just incredible. Between the vinyl wraps, I mean, the vinyl has came such a long way. I mean, I'll see a new vehicle and be like, oh man, that's a heck of a paint job, and it's vinyl. It's just absolutely
killer. Yeah.
And some of these vinyl guys, how they're just seamless, and they're incredible. I mean, they are just artists in themselves. So yeah, when you take the fabrication side of things, and then you get the paint job, and then the artists. I mean, these things are just showpieces. I mean, one that sticks out to me, like Bryce Terry's tractor, the 2 high-strung tractor is just, it's a work of art. You know what I mean?
Now that's vinyl too, right?
What's that?
That's all vinyl, right?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah.
Not that he's an Alice Chalmers fan or anything.
No.
I tell you what, his wife, when we were down at Louisville, they showed her boots. She's got custom high-strung boots, and I'm like, I need to get me a set of them.
What are they gonna say? Z boots?
Probably. And I'll have each side will have a different tractor on it.
There you go. Yeah. Jeez. Unreal. Either that, or you'll just have to get 8 different pairs of boots.
That would just be horrible. Which one do I like today?
Yeah.
So, Adam, you had another interest there a while back. You remember what that would be?
Uh-oh.
It's a family show, so I'm going to let you say this.
Somebody likes to bang on the drums.
Yeah. Was in a band there for quite a few years, probably 10, 15 years, played drums in church, for probably a good part of 15 years. And so, yeah, it definitely need to get back, to doing that. I don't know where the heck I'm going to find the time to do it. They're all set up. I had to go down there today to go get my headphones that I'm not wearing, but
Oh, you're on a cell phone, so you don't need them.
well, no, like I said, I had it set up, but it just didn't work.
I had it set up, it just wasn't set up right.
Big dreams, high hopes, low expectations.
The way to live your life, man.
We
What's
appreciate
that?
I said we're almost at an hour, so it all worked out.
I got all night. I mean,
I don't.
don't matter to me. No, like I said, I appreciate you for having me on, kind of going through, a little bit of the background side of things. It's been a heck of a journey, that's for sure. I mean, we'll see what happens in the next upcoming years. Definitely, like I said, I definitely want to hit up some different stuff. Never been to Fort Recovery, never been to Brandenburg, Wisner, Nebraska. Want to go there. Really,
the Mississippi pool.
yeah.
Wisner, yeah.
Really, really want to get overseas sometime too. Maid would be, Power Fest would be a great one to go to. As far as the networking goes, met some just Dennis Voss, Henrik with the Red Attraction team. Just some awesome people over there. Myron Hogenhort, I believe, another photographer that I met over there. Just just tons of cool people all over the place, and they got. I got to get over there because they are just doing some really cool stuff. I mean, they're using like you guys got the radial engine, you got one, and then they have like a whole class of them, and they got tank motors, Rolls Royce.
They got some unique stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge tractor smoke guy, but I think you go over there, you're gonna be a mod guy because they just do some just wicked stuff over there, So yeah, it's possibilities are endless.
Yeah, Logan John. I know Ben. I remember Ben McDonald. Yep, used to do work for the Puller magazine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Possibilities are endless. You never know where you're gonna end up. You know what I mean? That's a kind of the cool thing. I mean, you just go wherever. You know.
I started Eastern Extreme pulling '99 or 2000. I can't.
Was it really?
And I just said I never even had a computer in front of me, never had a keyboard in front of me, nothing, man, not even a typewriter. And I said, I've just got the goofing, And I saw Brock Johnson, which is the one that led me to Angel Fire. So I said, well, Brock Johnson, all right, I tried my stuff, and I said that'll last a month. That's all, a week or a month. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
20 years later.
21 years later with the website anyway. But,
yeah,
man, what a ride! It's fun.
Yeah,
it has been fun.
I mean, to think that you're the future of the sport. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you're like a go-to site. I mean, you got links and galleries and classifieds, info pages and stuff like that. I mean, you got a all in one.
Really. Social media.
Yeah.
I mean, the website still stays busy and stuff, but social media is huge.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, you got to use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And anybody that doesn't is just, I mean, Jesse, I fought Facebook for the longest time, and Jesse posted, like, just set up a Facebook page and post your photos on there. Whatever. You know what I mean? And it was just,
and now it's huge.
As easy as that, I mean, it's been very lacking the last, long, 6-7 months, just because there hasn't been a lot going on. We've been busy doing a lot of other things, but I mean, when you post, it's still there, you know what I mean? And there's still a decent following. So it's kind of neat,
Absolutely.
Cool to see where we've been and anxious to see where we're going. So
we got our fingers crossed. We'll have a good year. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if not, you'll be seeing me some more. So at least up here. I mean, I don't know what in the world's going to happen up
Talk
here.
about a catch-22.
Yeah, I know, right? I might have to come down the Sealands Grove some more.
There you go.
I tell you, Laurelton is a place you need to check out too.
Oh yeah, especially their fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost made it to Pocomoke one year, and it rained. Almost.
That's a drive.
I got halfway, and it rained out.
Yeah.
So much for that.
Yeah. Laurelton, definitely put Laurelton on your
Mm-hmm.
on your things to do. That's a cool little place. Yep. Dennis Spoop is, I guess, well, he's Fair Board president over there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Lucas Criswell is involved over there. Several of them are involved over there. So, yeah, that's a nice.
Say a lot of interstate pullers are, well, interstate in Snyder County. So
yeah, because we used to go to Shippensburg a bunch for the interstate. That July 4th weekend, that was always a heck of a hook.
Yeah,
I mean, that was always really fun. We used to get a hotel, just chill out, and
that was actually a 2-day event again for 2020. But
yeah,
probably would have been there too.
Yeah,
I
was actually there, but I was 2 mountains over. So three mountains.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're at an hour. I won't keep you. I know you're busy and tired, and you got a busy day ahead of you tomorrow. And
I'm just talking to some friends.
yeah, this isn't work.
Yeah, I mean, what's work about this? I mean,
you keep Kendra too long, she starts throwing rods and stuff. You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Oh, Adam, I need to post the picture of me with Sweeney's tractor just so you can see it, that I did get my payback for him.
I saw it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That was actually at Laurelton.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I seen it.
Yeah, we were driving through the pits, and me and Winky on the little Kubota, and he's like, Sweeney's not over there. He's like, now's your payback. So, we went over there. I got the old thumbs up.
Well, he's got the diamond plate on the horse trailer now. So
oh my gosh. He was going to miss Gordyville so he could stay home and work on the trailer. And I'm like, dude.
He loves his farmer chrome. He does. I mean, that guy. We redid the tank, the tank setup, and the front end on his tractor.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton, why don't you do it in stainless? I don't. My dad. He always went back to my dad. But I think it's him. He just loves diamond plate. So I did it in diamond plate. It looks good, but he's rough as a bull in a china shop. I mean, the thing's got to be scratched to heck already. Every time I see photos of it online, there's tools sitting on it. It's like, you should have just did it in stainless, dude. Whatever.
He probably thinks the diamonds help hide all the scratches, but
yeah, well, it doesn't.
Just so you know, my phone's going to blow up tomorrow morning.
That's fine. It's your phone, not ours.
He usually does the next day after a show.
Yeah.
Send a message. Did you have a show last night? Boy, if you could only have heard.
Yeah. I don't think we did anything.
He'll watch it. He'll watch it.
He will?
Oh, he'll watch it. Yeah, if he's not watching now, he will.
Right,
I usually get the Barnhart. That's all I get is a text that just says Barnhart.
We can't tell him,
sweetie,
that he's, because he'll only listen. He'll probably start falling asleep around 58 minutes. So about 1 minute and 1 hour and 1 minute.
Yeah,
he'll wake back up. Oh, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
Me and my horse trailer.
Yeah, and then he'll go out and he'll work on that thing for 3 hours because he'll be wired. It's like an adrenaline rush for him.
Yeah.
True. We are helping him. See, we are friends.
Yeah.
We're supporting our friend.
Trying to get it done. Yeah, exactly.
We're going to go look at Clayton Sweeney up in the pits next time we go to a pool, see if we can find him. You owe me, Clayton.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys. I got to pull the plug. I got to run here.
You got to go?
Yeah, we got to
All
run.
right, well, go Bills, baby, go Bills.
I knew it was coming.
Can we edit that part out?
Bills. you like Baltimore too, Kendra?
No.
Good. Okay.
I'm a
Football,
well, you can't say their name. I'm the Washington team fan.
Whatever the world they are.
Maryland, yeah.
I'm from the good part of Maryland.
See, we got
you
to
want to
talking
go there,
about.
do you? So you want to go there?
We got to talking about truck and tractor pulling. And I forgot to make a friendly wager with JR.
No, I don't bet on football.
I was only going to send you some chicken wings, but whatever.
That's okay.
No,
we'll see what happens this weekend.
Yeah, I mean it's anybody's game. I mean all the teams in there are so darn good right now. I'd love to try and pick a winner, but you just can't. I mean the parity in the NFL is so good. So we shall see.
Yeah.
Who knows? But no, like I said, go Bills. Good luck, Baltimore.
We're gonna edit that part out.
I just hope it snows. You know, they're saying it might snow. So.
Oh, it's supposed to be really cold up your way.
Yeah, they're saying it might snow. So, but it's supposed to be like 45 or 50 here on Friday. So I don't know.
It does the same thing here.
Who in the world knows half the time anymore? You know. So.
It's worse than Maryland's weather.
Yeah.
51 days the next. That worked out. All right.
All right. Well, JR's been trying to escape us here for the last 7 minutes and 33 seconds.
Exactly.
All right.
We appreciate you coming on, man. We'll have you back on again. Hopefully you.
Thank you. And
keep trucking, man.
Yeah, man. Keep in touch.
Absolutely.
And you need anything else, give me a shout, and we'll be happy to help you guys out.
Sure, we'll be speaking Saturday night.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'll talk to you guys later.
Right,
see you, Adam.
Later, bye.
And then the rest of you, thanks for watching tonight.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, man. Give us a thumbs up. I'm not sure who we'll have next week. We'll see how things go next week. But
we were planning to have a post-Gordy show, and that's not going to happen.
Be back here at 8 o'clock with somebody. We'll find somebody to come on here with us. And that's really about it. Unfortunately, Gordywana has been postponed until February, but I'm sure we'll have plenty. We'll get somebody in here we have plenty to talk about next week. So,
yep,
if
hopefully.
not, we'll make a Pick on Kendra show or something. We'll come up with something.
Hey, bring it on.
So with that, we'll see everybody next Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'll be right back, Kendra.
All right, thanks. Sounds good.
Hit it again. There we go. See ya.